Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast and the Brenner Breakdown for college football Saturday, September 29th. It's Friday the 28th. As I'm filming this for tomorrow, give you a chance, if you can see it tonight or first thing in the morning, to get a little edge and get some early opportunity to get your bets in. And as I'm speaking, I'm telling you, Memphis let us down tonight, guys. College football. Who saw that coming? Not an excuse. My pencil should have been sharper. But Memphis, that offense had nothing to it. It looked lethargic. Tulane let the crowd just jump all in there. And when that happened, Memphis was out of it with a quickness. They got blown out. So I take responsibility for that. You guys always know that. I don't gloat when I win, and I own it when I lose. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You hang in there. You're going to ride. We're going to ride to the bank. Guys, I'll tell you one thing, though. We're a positive note. Major League Baseball on the private paid picks, guys. Another ticket casher. Okay, we're on a roll, and everybody that's involved with that, the private clients, they know what I'm talking about. We had the New York Yankees full game money line. They shellacked the Boston Red Sox right in their own backyard. Cashed another ticket for the private picks in Major League Baseball, and I am hitting above 78% in the last 2.5 weeks private pay with baseball. So jump on board. You can do it. MikeBrennerSports@gmail.com or send a text message 281-871-8985. That's right, MikeBrennerSports@gmail.com. I'll show you a nice weekend and a full week. You check out those private picks. You're going to want to jump on board, and I only make money if you make money. So let's get busy. Let's get down to it. All right, this is about college football. We're over the Memphis debacle. We're moving on to tomorrow, which is Saturday, or if you're watching this video, it is Saturday. So let's enjoy it. Let's break it down. And at the end of this video, I got 2 free picks. So ride this video out. And at the end, like I said, 2 free picks I feel really good about to get our momentum started in college football. All right, Texas A&M versus Arkansas. 2-2 A&M going up against Arkansas 1-3. Right now, A&M is at home favored -21. 59.5 is that total. All right, Jimbo Fisher, it's time for him to start really grabbing a hold of this machine he's trying to build and get control of that team, and for that team to buy what he's selling. I think they're slowly gaining some oomph. Okay, against Alabama, they hung in there. Kelly Mond, the quarterback, showing a lot of promise. We'll see what happens. Again, -21 favoring A&M. Total is at 59.5. Again, at the end of the video, 2 free picks. All right, Oklahoma State, they're playing at Kansas. Oklahoma State coming off a shellacking. This could be that somebody gonna pay for that shit game. It really could be. That's a pissed off offense, a pissed off coach, and a pissed off fan base. Might have been the best thing for them to go on the road to take on Kansas, who's 2-2 on the year. Oklahoma State favored -17. The total is sitting at 61. Let's see how number 21 Oklahoma State Sooners bounce back from last week. Then you got Syracuse playing at Clemson. Clemson, number 2 in the country, 4-0 on the year, facing a team that's like, man, we can do this. And I'm talking about Syracuse. The Orangemen are off to a 4-0 start. They don't care if they're playing at home, on the road, whatever. They're just happy to be confident, to be winning and playing without hurting themselves with penalties. And their defense has really, really stepped up. A fun team to watch, but guess what? You haven't faced a defense like this, especially where you're getting ready to go. So no call, but right now Clemson favored -25.5. Total sitting at 65.5. Be careful on that one. All right, then we got West Virginia at Texas Tech. Texas Tech's got a lethal passing game. They're off to a 3-1 start. They're at home. West Virginia, last week, Will Greer, the senior quarterback, he got off to a slow start, but then he turned it on, showed some signs of what he showed us last year. The team's 3-0 for a reason. It's -3.5, favoring West Virginia on the road. That total is at 72.5. Tennessee going to play between the hedges, baby, at Georgia, and them Bulldogs. My fan base that's known me for a while, you guys know I've been talking about Kirby Smart for a long time now. When he came out under that tutelage of the best in the business, and I'm talking about Saban, I knew Georgia was going to turn that program around with a quickness. And not that Mark Richt heard it, it's just they could never get over that hump. Well, now that team is absolutely dangerous. They could win a national championship, ranked number 3 for a reason. Georgia 4-0 going up against Tennessee team, just happy to be 2-2 after what's happened the last 2 to 3 years there. But they've not faced a defense like this. They're going on the road. That's a big spread. Georgia -30.5. The total is sitting at 53. Between the hedges, baby, with Georgia, you never know. Again, at the end of the video, I got 2 picks. Stay tuned. Florida State at Louisville. It wasn't that long ago, guys. You all know what I'm talking about. These two programs, all right, they were elite programs. They were really having fun. They had Heisman people on both sides, looking at national championship possibilities. Now, 2-2, struggling, hurting themselves defensively with penalties, special team issues, and I believe head coach issues. Petrino, wherever he goes, something happens along the way with him. I don't know what it is, and he can't seem to get over that hump. Willie Taggart, again, he might be in the wrong business as a head coach. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Florida State favored -6.5 on the road. That total is at 45.5. Then you got UCF, Central Florida, taking on Pitt at home. Pitt starting to show some signs of life. 2-2 on the year. That defense is pretty stout at times, right? Sometimes you're struggling in that secondary with the long fly patterns and things of that nature. They've been burnt by some post patterns as well, so they got to lock down in that secondary. But they got two senior running backs that have been the majority of that offense, and they have produced, and they've been very proficient in doing so. So we'll see what happens. UCF at home, favor -13, total sitting at 64.5. Baylor, they're going to play a pissed-off Oklahoma team. I'm telling you, Oklahoma, even though they're 4-0, they struggled, had to go to overtime to beat Army, for crying out loud. You're talking about a program that's ranked in the top 10. All right, Baylor, 3-1 on the year. They're just happy to be winning. They're glad that Art Briles stuff is behind them, all that drama. And Oklahoma favored -23.5. That total sitting at 68.5. That could be an interesting game. See what happens. Cuidado, as they say. Be careful on that one. Now you got one, Michigan, going to play at Northwestern, a hard place to play, a noisy crowd. Northwestern's off to a 1-2 start, but they're coming off a bye week, and they've had time to break down film of Michigan, who manhandled, and I'm talking manhandled last week, Nebraska. That defense got its mojo back. Harbaugh, he could be dangerous. Offense has potential with that passing game. We'll see what happens there. Michigan is favored on the road. -14.5 the total, sitting at 46.5. And you got Ohio State Buckeyes, number 4, going to play in Happy Valley, baby, against Penn State. James Franklin has them Penn State Nittany Lions believing in themselves. That place will be noisy, as they say, the big whiteout, and it will be a whiteout. Ohio State, though, man, they're starting to look dangerous. Urban Meyer got his feet back on them sidelines. 4-0 start. This should be a barn burner. It could be a close one. That's why the line is close. Favoring Ohio State on the road. -3.5. Total sitting at 70. Stanford going to play at Notre Dame. You got number 7 Stanford taking on the Fighting Irish, number 8. Notre Dame favored at home -5.5. The total is at 52.5. Both these teams are off to a 4-0 start. All right, big change of quarterback with Notre Dame. Wimbush is out. And then you got Stanford, squeaked out a win against Oregon, fought their asses back, took them to overtime. But I don't think Notre Dame is Oregon. That could be a tough battle in Notre Dame. Then Ole Miss at LSU. Ole Miss 3-1 on the year. That defense is really starting to play lockdown. They believe in themselves, and there's an offense starting to pick up some patterns. They're picking up some momentum, but they're seeing something similar to years past. I like what they're doing. It might be still a program in progress, but right now they're looking good. They could be ahead of schedule. Going to play at LSU. LSU 4-0. They've won the last 8 of 9 of these meetings. So LSU is favored in this one, -10. That total is sitting at 60.5. All right, guys, those are some of the key games, marquee games I thought had some betting value. That's why I wanted to break those down. Now, I've got the 2 free picks for tonight. And again, you can get a hold of me, guys. These are free picks, but I also have those private picks. And Major League Baseball is where I thrive. Any of my fan base that's been watching me all the way back to SBR, Major League Baseball, the last 2 to 3 weeks going into the playoffs, okay? That's where we cash it. It's gold for us, so let's get it done. We need a big one, okay? And don't ever get in that chase mode. So anyway, here is the 2 free and college football picks for tomorrow. You want to jump on board with the private picks, so remember that. Our first one, I love it, UCF versus Pitt. Pull that trigger, baby. Central Florida Knights on the full game, -13. Experience is going to pay off here, and this team has a chip on its shoulder that it's not forgot about. So with that being said, UCF on the full game -13. Then you're looking at Michigan at Northwestern. That mojo's back. Harbaugh's back. They're going to be dangerous. Pull that trigger. Michigan Wolverines on the first half -7.5. Northwestern, I don't know, man. I think they got too much going for them the other way, and I think that Michigan's coming out with a mission, and I know that defense knows they need to control that tempo, control that pace, turn it over to the offense, and knock it out of the park. All right, guys, 2 free picks. We got UCF on the full full game. Central Florida, minus 13 on the full game. And Michigan Wolverines on the first half, minus 7.5. We say it all the time, win or lose. Family comes first, guys. Make sure you're planning some good family time. Stay disciplined this weekend. Don't chase. Like I said, hey, I got nailed last Sunday on NFL, all right? It didn't feel good, but I didn't chase. We just regrouped. We're knocking it out of the park with Major League Baseball private picks. And tonight when Memphis went down, hey, didn't chase. We're not worried about it. We're going to come out on top tomorrow, and we're going to get it done. Don't forget, Central Florida Knights on the full game, minus 13. Michigan Wolverines, first half, minus 7.5. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Get a hold of me, MikeBrennerSports@gmail.com, or send a text message, 281-871-8985. I'll show you a free week of the private picks, and you will like what you see. And then from there, you're going to want to jump aboard. We're going to be a ticket cashing machine again. All right, have a great night, guys. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to bet responsible, beat your bookie, build that bank with Brenner, and don't forget that Brenner Blast and that Brenner Breakdown is coming to you, baby.